Bonjour, Willy Mix for reviewing the Magnum K compressor by Plugin Alliance. So here I got like a basic and really bad rough mix, the music I made like in 2 minutes just for the demo because it's gonna expire. So let me first show you on the kick drum, see how it sounds. Okay, basic kick drum. Let's see the settings. Okay, it's subtle, but focus on how it retains the low-end punch of the kick drum. So let's see in context of the drums now. I mean, the drum machine. Notice how it gives more body and presence body to the kick drum. It's small details, but all those small details what stack up and make a good mix in the end. By the way, talking about small details, this section of the compressor has very, very low aliasing, which is really great in my opinion. So let's try it on a snare drum, which is a bit of weird setting. Look at the attack and release time, it's a bit crazy, but it's dialed in parallel. So it's just here to give more punch to the snare drum, and it has kind of interesting envelope. So let's listen to it with and without first in solo. It's really cool. It gives more attack without sounding over-processed. Let's see in context of the drums. It's nice, it gives more snap to the snare drum, more smash. So it's convincing on transient heavy instruments, but let's see now on bass, which is less transient heavy, and let's bypass the chain I got here, which is just for the demo, to be honest. It won't stay here for the mix. So let's try. So this is the setting. Yeah, not bad. Let's toggle between the difference between feedback and feed forward. And let's play a bit with the sidechain. By the way, it's dialed in parallel. Let's try the soft limit, soft clipping mode. It's subtle on bass. See, it's peaking here, and in this plugin is peaking quite quickly, so we need to adjust that with the input attenuation. As you see, the headroom is to minimum. And it's also a problem about this plugin. It's you always have to have the headrooms at minimum to have some kind of gain reduction, which is a bit annoying, but I will talk about that in the conclusion of the video. So this is the high pass on the global signal, on the entire signal. So let's try now the TMT channel, see if you hear a difference. Okay, let's see in context. That bass sounds terrible, by the way. Like, terrible in a bad way. Not really convinced. I mean, it works, but it's not amazing on bass here. I mean, for what I did with it, let's try on guitar. Let's see in context. Oh god, yeah, let's reduce that bass, horrible. Let's try the K-com section. I don't like that. You can hear it clipping in a bad way. I don't like it. I mean, I push it really loud so you can hear it, but it's not how I would use it normally. I don't really like it on guitars either. Let's try on this 80s old-fashioned synth. Let's play with the EQ a little bit. It's nice. It's really nice how it retains the transients. That's what I like about this EQ. Let's play a bit with the Bx Control section now. That's cool. A bit too much, but it's cool. The difference between TMT and not TMT. It unbalanced the left and right channel to me, which is not a good thing. Yeah, kind of works. It's not amazing because I didn't do a great job on EQing it, but it works. Let's see now on the mixbus, just to see. So let's start like this. So the Bx, a little bit of Bx control, some sidechain, some classic like attack and release times, not too high ratio, and feedback. settings without the K compressor and a little bit of EQ here and there. Basically smiley face EQ. And the soft limits. Let's see. Yeah, it works. Let's bring down the headrooms to have a bit of compression. It's weird how the release is quite slow. I mean, it's optical compression, so it's not surprising in a way. Not bad. Let's play with the other channels just to see. Let's unlink it. Now, unbalance the mix. Horrible. Yeah, it's better like this. Crazy how the kick drums go a bit more to the right. I don't like it, personally. Well, let's try in mid-side configuration just to see. So we'll unlink the parameters. Not bad, but it's also a bit louder. Let's try to level match a bit more. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like how it gives good presence to the kick drum. It's very nice for this. Show you a bit the EQ. Let's try K-Conf. Oh, you hear how it sucks everything out. Almost pump. You have to use it with a lot of care. Kind of works here. Let's keep it just to see. Let's try on the side. No, don't think it's useful here. Nah. Kind of kill the snare drum a little bit, but let's keep it just for the review, you know. But I won't use it if I'm doing a real mix. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good, in fact. What's bothering me is impossible to level match, so I need to add a trim after, which is, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's a bit of a bummer to me. So let's try with the trim for level matching. Alright, that's different now. Still a little bit better. Yeah, it's a bit constrained, but it's just because of me, not because of the plugin. Now, for the end, let's just try to bypass all the Magnum instance I got on the mix, just for you to see how it sounds, just for the end, and after I will give my conclusion about the plugin. I really like what it's doing to the kick and snare. Very cool. Okay, so that was my review of the Magnum K. Let me now give you my impression, my honest review about it. So I quite like the fact that it's complete. It's got an EQ, which is an amazing EQ, by the way. Compressor is cool. The K comp is there, even if I don't like it, it's there. But yeah, and you got also the Bx Control, which is nice, which is another plugin from Brainworx. You got MS possibilities, you got a soft clipping, which is kind of cool, and you got TMT if you're into that kind of stuff, which can be useful, but I think it's a bit gimmicky here. But yeah, it's there if you want it. Also, you got options to switch between feedback and feed-forward compression, which is really cool because it means you can face a lot of situation if you know what you're doing, of course, because it's quite specific to switch between those two types of compression. The overall sound of it is quite nice. What I don't like about it is the K-comp section. I think it's not good for me. It distorts in a bad way. If you push it too much, it can blurry the mix. If you get used to it, it also alias a lot, which is to me a big issue because it's supposed to be a mastering plugin, so it's not supposed to add a lot of artifacts. I mean, it alias a lot, which is a problem. And the other problem is the gain staging. It's a bit of a pain because you have no way to reduce the output, which is mandatory when you're using like high-end boost, for instance, to not get fooled by loudness. So to me, it's a big problem. It's not the end of the world, but still a problem for a quite expensive compressor plugin, to be honest. And the other thing is like the TMT kind of unbalance the left and right channel. So I don't know if you want that maybe sometime, but I found that it's not useful for me. I mean, I use the TMT stuff on the Bx console, for instance, which is cool and which is not as obvious as here. And also, you got like a lot of options, compression, EQ and all that stuff, but you can find those options for almost free or really cheap. Like for instance, for the Bx section, you got the A1 stereo control plugin, which is free and works really well. You can add the Maag EQ too from Plugin Alliance for free if you got a Focusrite interface, or for really darn cheap for the guys that sells plugin they got for free. So you can have like for $10, I think, with the also Bx Opto, another one. So yeah, it's a good package, but it's not like really revolutionary, to be honest. But I mean, it's the hardware, so they couldn't like do something else with that anyway. And also, I saw that some guys said that it's truncating the audio. So there is a suspicion about the fact that the plugin is truncating the audio from 32 bits to 24 bits, which is not a problem if you work with audio recorded in 24 bits or 16 bits. But if you work with audio recorded in 32 bits, it can be an issue. And I think if this is true, I don't know if it's true, but if this is true, this is a huge problem, especially if you're mastering. You shouldn't have that kind of processing happening. So I don't know if it's true. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying there is suspicion about it, and you should take into account that there is suspicion and maybe try to find if it's true or not before like purchasing it without even knowing. I mean, to me, it's a problem. Anyway, the soft clipping, by the way, is quite clean in terms of aliasing, which is great. And at the end, I will show you a blind test to show you that it's not completely clean in terms of compression. I will compare it with another compressor, which is Kotelnikov, and it's a free edition of Kotelnikov. And I will compare it with this one, and you will see that it doesn't sound exactly the same. I mean, it would be heavy compressed to show you the impact. And also, I don't see the point of releasing clean compressor. You already got a lot of them, like the Kotelnikov or the DC8C by Klanghelm. So you already got a really good, clean, aliasing-free compressor on the market. So why releasing another one? I mean, it has, okay, some interesting envelopes. It got a little bit of a good sound in terms of retaining the low-end information, but it's make the compressor less interesting, in my opinion. So if it was just me, I will buy it just for the optical compression side of it. I really don't really care about the EQ because I already have it. I don't care about the Bx Control because I already have something else that does it. I mean, it's 2019 now, so we already have plenty of plugins to choose from, even from free stuff that are quite good. So yeah, I will just buy it for the optical side of it, but it's quite expensive just for an optical compressor that I would maybe just use it on kick and snare coming from like drum machine. So yeah, that was my honest review about the Magnum compressor. If you have any questions, just ask me, and have fun, and au revoir.